All right, we are live. Are we good? Are we live?
Not live yet. We're almost live.
And we are live here at Shortways Barn in Hawthorne, New Jersey. First of all, I want to thank Shortways for their hospitality and for letting us do this every once in a while. And I appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. Let's hear it one more time for Shortways Barn. We have an amazing panel this time. So we're going to introduce them. We've got a lot to talk about. To my left is Tony-nominated, formerly of the ESPN radio, an incredible fisherman, and an even better musician, Willie Wilson. Give it up for Willie Wilson. To Willie's left is former councilman of Glen Rock, New Jersey. He's Mr. Athletic. He doesn't want me to brag about him, so I'm not going to brag about him, so we don't have enough time in the day. But I will say, I want to congratulate him. You're looking at one of the new coaches of Hawthorne Bears right there. Back to Hawthorne. He was on the 1979 state championship team right there. And to Mike's left, was never on the state championship team, but close. Close. Very close. He is an avid sports fan, a Yankee fan, a Giants fan too, right? Yes. You are. Okay, good. You stand the panel. Give it up for Jay Shortway. And then, and by the way, you guys all have your own mics.
Two mics.
And at the end is Pat DeMarco. He is one of the co-owners of Bogey's Hoagies. You guys can know him as Mr. Bogey's Hoagies, who also happens to be one of our sponsors, and thank you so much for that. He's an avid Yankees fan, right? Yankees-Giants. I don't understand the Yankees-Jets thing, or the Giants-Mets thing. It doesn't make any sense to me.
That's normal. I'm a freak because I'm the only Met fan on the panel. So I'm kind of feeling a little awkward. I'm getting some nasty stares here. But I'm I'm a huge Giant fan.
We'll just leave it at freak. How about that freedom beer?
So
there we go.
We got Pat DeMarco all the way at the end. Give it up for Pat DeMarco. Yeah. Again, special thanks to our sponsors. We've got Freedom Brewing, unbelievable beer. For you guys out there, they have a big promotion on Freedom Beer. For you guys that can hear me at the bar. For those of you that are not paying any attention. Great promotion on Freedom Beer. We've got, of course, Bogey's Hoagies, who also generally donated Tommy DeVito autographed postcards and Bogey's Hoagies gift certificates. Thank you again for that. Oh, yes. And then we have a new partner, Letterbend. Now, if you guys, if you like the logo and you've been to the website, Letterbend is an incredible graphics design company that's really helped us out in so many ways. Who's helped us out in so many ways. So go to letterbend.com. But for all of our partners, if you go to the Towncast.com and click on partners, we'll see all of the partners that help sponsor our event. So thank you to everybody. Now, we have some amazing raffles. For you guys that can hear me, we have some incredible raffles. We're raffling off an autographed book by Marty Lyons. For all you, how many Jets fans out there? All right, so 3 of you that are out there, you may want to put your money in for that book. We've got a book by Roy White. Roy White just released a new book, From Compton to the Bronx, co-written by Pete Semeninger, who, by the way, we will have here signing books Wednesday, the 17th. We've got the Towncast T-shirt, the first ever Towncast T-shirt that we're raffling off. We've got 2 autographed postcards by Tommy DeVito. Like I said, we got a lot of great things. And we have 2 tickets to the New York Yankees against the St. Louis Cardinals. Coming up on August 31st, 9 rows off the field, behind Juan Soto. So make sure you pick up your raffles. They're $3 for 1 ticket, $10, $20 for 10. All right. And of course, the Towncast, we're going to continue sponsoring movie nights and a lot of different events. So keep an eye on our website. We've got Paul Simon here coming to sign books on Wednesday. And one last announcement. We're going to have our very first Towncast day at Hitchless Stadium. Yep, we partner with the New Jersey Jackals. And I don't even know, if you guys that are watching this on YouTube, can you scan that with your phone? That would be awesome if you could do that. No, zoom in. Maybe I have to do this. No, don't worry. But you'll see that if you go to the Towncast.com under events. We're going to have our first ever Towncast day. They're playing, the Jackals are playing some Canadian team whose name I can't pronounce. And who cares? All right, so we have a lot to go over. But before we get started, I do have a public announcement. Are there any men in the room? All right, we have 2. We have 2 plus the panel. We got 7. We're up to 7. All right, so for all the men in the room, if you've ever been a patient of Dr. Darius Paduch, please call the DiPietro Law Firm, all right? And get that all straightened out so we can stop with those ads on the radio. Man, how many customers does this guy have?
I've been seeing him now for like 7 years. I hated it at first.
Wait till he bought you dinner in the movie. All right, so here we are. We're at the All-Star break. And I don't know. Mike and Jay were here the last time. At the All-Star, before the season started, last time we met, beginning of April, we all sat here and we had a prediction of where the Yankees and the Mets were going to be come the All-Star break. Now, we got the game today. Is it still 4-0? 4-0. All right, so the Yankees are winning 4-0. We're at the break today. Tomorrow's the last game, and then we hit the break. My prediction was, out of the 98 games that the Yankees will have played by this date, my prediction was 60-38. As of right now, what are they? I wrote it down. There's 57. Yeah, 57. Now, when I said that, I had a bunch of people on the panel that said to me, "Are you kidding me? Garrett Cole is out. They should be. DJ LeMahieu is out." Now, Garrett Cole finally had a good outing. Last night he had a great outing. DJ LeMahieu, I wouldn't even put him on my Riverback team.
All right, stop.
I don't know what's happening. But here we are. We're at the All-Star break.
His foot hurts.
And I wrote some other stats. Right, yeah. While the Yankees were the hottest team in April and May, the Mets were the hottest team in June and July. In June and July, the Mets were 24-12.
Yeah.
And now, right now, they're 48-45. They're 3 games over 500. In April and May, the Yankees were 36-19. And then in June and July, they were 17-21.
They're still in 12. Am I on here just to piss me off?
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
I mean, everybody's complaining all day. Yeah, you hear the they got to fire Boone, they got to get rid of this guy, that guy. They're still 12 games over 500. They're in second place. They're second after today's game. They're going to be first place on the win column. So I'm going to pass this around. So what is that?
Clay
Obviously, we
might
know
come
it's.
in and we might blow it again.
What's that?
Clay Holmes might come in and we might blow it.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, we know what's happened to the Yankees. You know, in the month of June and July, you know, they had injuries. I think the two pitchers, Mark Schmidt and Poteet, crushed it. I mean, they were killing it early in the season, and I mean that was a big part of it.
Sure.
And I want to say that Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, I don't think I would ever say that. But the fact that he went out on his way up this season, I think, was also a big hit for the Yankees. What do you guys think?
Well, I have to give a shout out to my wife, Robin, who has corrected me on all the Yankee stuff. And I have to tip my hat to you, my friend, because I was one of the guys when you made that prediction that laughed heartily here.
That's because he's a Reds fan.
Well, again, that's what, there we go. There she is, right there. That's why she's here.
Look at what you're wearing. All right, come up here.
That's what
Come up here and clarify. This is Robin O'Hagan. Come on up.
my wife. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now turn around and tell everybody.
Get over here.
Because when the Yankees were playing the Reds, which I don't want to discuss the series, but when they
The Reds win?
Is that 75?
Michael turned around and said, "This is the only time I'm not going to for the Yankees." And I said, "Oh, really? Name 2 players on the Reds."
And
No.
Joe Morgan and Johnny Bench.
well,
All right.
I rest my case. We
Well,
were not a Reds
I
fan.
have to give you
Somebody get a Gong Show hook on this girl.
I have to give you congratulations, Mike, for the Reds because the Reds were the only
I didn't want to discuss it.
National
Apparently you
League
did.
team in history, to sweep the New York Yankees. So hats off to the Reds.
Listen, jealousy is an ugly emotion. That's all I gotta
They'll
say.
be watching the playoffs at home. But congratulations on that
But
series.
to your point, I owe you a big apology. I never. But on that point, the Yankees, is it the training? Like this is the same old story. Like it's the injuries are awful. It's the same year. They come out hot. They have a swan song, and then they go into the playoffs. They're limping into the playoffs. So you know what? These guys are superior athletes. Why are they getting hurt going from second to home?
Yeah, I do believe it's conditioning. I think it's training early in the season. And I believe that's why you look at the football players, the same thing with the football players. They have intense training, before they hit the preseason, before they hit the season. And I don't feel like they condition the players enough before they get to spring training.
That seems like a New York market issue. I mean, the football team, the Giants are always lumping into the Jets are always hurt. I mean, how many injuries do the Giants have throughout the season where all the stars are, their offensive line. They finally get some beef on the line, and then they're out with nagging injuries. And then they're running to fire everybody. No one starts at the trade level, which it should be, right? I mean, these guys were depending on the trainers to get them set up, to get them prepared.
And I do believe that's a big part of it.
100%.
And again, my other maniac Yankee fan is my daughter. She has her doctorate in physical therapy, and she works at Hogan Hospital. And for years, she has been saying something is wrong with how they are not getting them muscle trained and how they're not fatiguing them with, so that when they get into the season, that when they bust it, something happens. And again, this is someone that's what she does for a living, and she's a maniacal Yankee fan, crazier than that beautiful blonde that just walked in. And she says, it's like they have to go to the root cause of why athletes get hurt consistently the same way every year. And again, I'm a boom guy. I'm not a big guy that goes against athletes and stuff like that. But when you're talking, right, Jay, 4th year in a row, 5th year in a row, you're getting your major stars. Forget about how much money they make. I can care less. That's irrelevant. But when you get your major stars that you're counting on to get stuff done, always getting hurt in the same manner. Thighs, hamstrings, rib cage injuries.
Obliques. I don't know where an oblique is.
Well, I used to have one. But I
I
don't
don't think I've ever seen my oblique.
No one wants to see your oblique.
So I mean, it's just very frustrating that I can't even imagine how frustrating these athletes must be because coaches, whatever, they want to compete.
They want to play.
They want to play.
I remember watching Jabril Peppers at Boston and Travis Catholic. He would have the same cramping issues back then as he did now, as he has in the NFL.
That's a problem. That's conditioning.
Well, I don't know about the NFL. He had the cramping issues with the Giants. That's what I really noticed.
So you can't blame Mom's cooking.
You can't blame Mom. It's something in New Jersey.
And what you've talked about Stanton. I mean, he's constantly hurt, but he was having a good year, and I think he was a big part of the success. And we were hoping to sustain that, but he's constantly hurt.
And it's always, we always kid around, my friends and my brother. We say, so when do you think he's going to go out? Before the All-Star break or after the All-Star break? Definitely before the All-Star break.
But to Stan's credit, though, he changed his body. He put the work in to slim down, and then he still had a hamstring injury. Like hamstrings, they don't go away. You got to fix them. And he slimmed down. He became so much more flexible. So he did a lot of good things. To him, I'll give him a pass on him. But the other guys got the catcher's got a quad. injury, you're a catcher.
That's what you do.
That's what you do every day. You bend down for since you've been 6 years old. How do you hurt your
All right, so what do you think? Sorry, so we are at the All-Star break. Congratulations to Aaron Judge and Soil for making it. They made it. What do you think they need to do in the second half of the year?
Stay healthy. First of all, stay healthy.
Listen, the first month and a half wasn't fluid. When they're all on their game, they're really tough to beat. Just like the Mets started out so terribly. You know what? You knew they were going to get better when they get guys back, right? You played the back of your card. You played the back of your baseball card at the end of the year. So if the Yankees get healthy again, take this time off, and as my beautiful bride said, Soto should not go to the All-Star game.
He's not there.
He should stay home, hurt his hand, and he should stay home from the All-Star game. You know what? Send somebody else. Send somebody from the team. But if they all come back and they get or 2/3 of what they did the first 2 months of the year, they'll win 108 games. And that's it. And then they're the number one seed. They get the time off at the end of the year. All those things that you get all your pitching back. Maybe they make something at the trade. They go get a better closer or a different closer, a lefty compared to a righty, and you never know. To me, the Yankees got to get some more hitters around, or the guys around those two guys have to get better. Because why anyone pitches to Judge and Soto is beyond me.
Last night, when he hit his 30-30.
It would be the old thing, like they walk Gary Bonds and their bases loaded.
Yeah, give up one.
Give up one, not four.
They walked him 4 times.
You know, it also might be a good time for them to go into this funk, you know? I mean, they were so red hot. They were on pace to win 111 games or something. So if they're not hot now, they get some bodies back. Like you said, put it in the back of your card. But this might be the good time for them. You don't want to go cold like this in September and October. So this might be the good time. The All-Star break, get a little rest, get healthy. They're going to be fine.
Then what's going to happen is they're sitting on their couch, and then they're going to pull more muscles. Another quad, another hamstring.
Well, the good thing was, once the Yankees got hurt, the Mets started picking it up a little bit to keep it interesting in New York. So thanks,
You're welcome. Man. Listen,
I'm going to get to that, because that seems like a lot more to talk about with the Mets.
But Flavio, I think I'm going to send my daughter's resume to the Yankees.
I think you should.
Sounds like she figured it out. They got to at least listen to her. Hear her out a little.
Have her bring Gatorade. She did it to hydrate.
Hopefully they're able to bring Clark Schmidt back quickly. They're able to bring back Poteet. To me, it was a pleasant surprise. I mean, he was like a fill-in that all of a sudden started winning games. And I think the hitting, of course, but part of the infield. I don't know what happened to Torres. Torres just started slumping, and then their lackadaisical attitude. Do you think that's coaching? I always go back. I grew up with Billy Martin, and
He's a psycho.
Anybody that did not run to first base, I don't care if it was a ground ball to the pitcher. If you didn't run full speed, a fly ball to the shortstop, if you didn't run full speed to first base, you would sit you the next game. You didn't care how much you were making. You didn't care where you were.
So I honestly think the Yankees need to solidify leadoff hitting. They have to start stealing bases. They have to.
Not bunting.
Yes.
Why is that a thing?
In the beginning, I saw Wells bunt, a lefty catcher bunt, and I was like, wow.
That was great, right? That was cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So lost right there.
And I also think I don't really like playing on that. So I think we should be looking for a real close.
Strong closing.
And I think we'll be fine. So Cashman better get work for July 31st.
But Volpe for the months of May, when they put him up to the leadoff spot, it's like, wow, why didn't we do this last year? Why didn't we bring him up sooner? And then there's another player that just kind of fell off.
Yeah, but everybody watches film.
Yeah.
Everybody watches film, and they realize where his weaknesses are and strengths are. And if you watch it, he's not being pitched to the same way he was in the beginning of the year. And these guys...
See, that's a batting coach there.
Well, there's
The batting coach has to.
it's a check. It's being my wife's gonna yell at me. I always use this analogy, right? Some guys are playing checkers, some guys are playing chess. So you have to have guys that are playing chess to realize, okay, this guy is hitting a Jesus angle, everything middle out. Okay, well, guess what? I'm not throwing anything to the middle out. Now, if you don't have a pitcher that can follow the game plan, then he's going to keep hitting out of the park. So my opinion or my thought process is that you have to then adjust. The hitting coach has to adjust. You have to turn your hips. You got to open
I
your
mean,
hips.
is that because I don't know enough about that type of coaching, but is the hitting coach like after a while is it saying, okay, now that they know they're not pitching to you the same way, so we're going to have to make this adjustment because here's where they're starting to pitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all about, okay, you made it through the first 100 at-bats, and now they figured you out. So now you have to do something different with hands. You have to do something different with your approach. You have to do something when you shoot to the right side of the time. I'm going to wait a little bit because they're throwing me on a curveball and they're throwing down and in. And if I try to hit them, I'm going to miss them. So I got to move up in the box and shoot them in the right field. It's such a great game.
Yeah, I know.
Everything about baseball is great. And the people who say baseball is boring just turn it on.
Watch the Kardashians. Go watch the Kardashians.
Remember Charlie Lamb's book, The Art of Hitting? That's all it was about.
Yeah.
It was about you as the pitcher, and we got to figure out how to get it. Read each other out. Yep.
And when you said everybody's watching film, so now you're pitching to them differently. Well, they're watching film too. So now they'll say, yeah, they're pitching you differently. Like you just said, we got to have a different approach. That's all.
Earlier in the season, I watch a lot of Yankee games. So Anthony Rizzo made an adjustment. He moved up in the batter's box.
Yeah.
Then he took the guy out, and he got his base hit.
Yeah.
He was adjusting to that pitcher
Yeah.
because he was back, moved up, boom, got base hit, won the game.
Now, what do you think about? I mean, Rizzo eventually is going to come back. What do you think about him, Ben Rice? Do they need to look for another first baseman?
Need to tell DJ he's got to sit on the bench or
Yeah.
Done.
Is he batting over at 170? I mean, he went 0 for 5.
What's DJ batting on?
Oh, he's not up to 90s. Come on.
You've got all the stats in your head.
He's
Look it
got
up.
180.
Google it. Look it up on your phone.
Beauty and brains. Can you imagine?
You're using on statement. Don't think.
He's not.
You know what? He probably is doing this course, which we believe.
Exactly.
You'll have a try, Rod. Google it. Google
I have no power on my phone.
We're good, honey. Thank you.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna check out. You gotta take my place. You're way more knowledgeable than me. Take care, folks.
All right, this is guys talking sports, so I'm just saying. All right, let's talk about the Mets.
Obviously, that's the real Coach O'Hagan right there.
All right, so June and July, the Mets
Give me 193 right now. 193 right now, but that's not counting today's game.
It's 193 right now?
That's what I don't want today's game.
All right, that stands correct. That was spot on. All right, next time we're gonna do guys and gals talking sports.
193.
You're coming up. I know. Why we're not cheering that? We're cheering that she got it right. But 193. I mean,
Wearing a red shirt.
it's anemic compared to where he was.
You look great, by the way.
Two-time batting
champ.
in the AL and the NL. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Mets.
It's his birthday today. He's 36. This
It's
is the
deep.
problem. They take these guys, they give them these contracts. This isn't something anymore. They're old.
See, we can hear what she's saying, but you guys can't hear what she's saying.
Is it anybody else's birthday?
Today is DJ LeMahieu's birthday.
Happy birthday, DJ.
When is DJ LeMahieu's wife's birthday? DJ LeMahieu.
And the only thing I got to worry about is my wife's got to break out of her show.
Yeah.
I remember I saw her on CBS News that one time. She was like, all right, so let's talk about the Mets now. So right now, the Mets are 48 and 45. They're 3 games over 500. And everybody was kind of preparing the whole season. Everybody was just, and I know that feeling because we felt the same way for the Yankees several times. But what's happening? What is...
Listen, they were 11 games under, and I was losing it, like I'm like, they didn't even get me to Memorial Day. I base my summer on watching games every night, and they didn't even get me to Memorial Day. Well, they turned it around, and I think they might even be in the wild card right now if the season was to end, or they're a half game out, something like that.
Yeah,
but that turnaround is amazing, and they're doing it without Pete Alonso. I mean, he's okay, but they're really doing it. If he got hot, it's insane. They're doing it. These younger guys, Vientos he's a beast. Alvarez is he was going to be an all-star, I think, from the day he came up. He's a real leader. He was hurt since he came back. That was a big turnaround. Putting Lindor batting first and Alvarez coming back from his injury, that turned the whole season around.
Wait a minute. Did Aaron Judge just hit his 34th home run?
All rise.
Oh!
Didn't you just say why you pitched to Aaron Judge?
Why do they pitch to this man?
So
Fire the coach.
we're talking Mets, right?
Yeah, but
Jay, you only have Yankee games on. You have to make that's in his back corner for me. Thanks, buddy.
So you can see it.
No, I can't see it.
It's on TV though.
Oh, it is.
But,
I got it on my phone because of you.
What I would like to say, I think a lot of that success with the Mets is because they have a Yankee coach and a lot of Yankee players that we had.
yeah, Severino. That always happens. The Yankees give guys
That's
away,
amazing.
and then they have career seasons.
No more freedom beer for you.
Severino. That's why we're
Hey,
gonna.
that's the truth.
That's why we're gonna get Alonso. Payback.
You got Bates kicking some butt there.
Severino was such a great pickup for you guys. You got to be happy with him.
I mean, I think his ERA last year was close to 8, wasn't it?
I think it was like DJ LeMahieu's average.
Yeah. The same numbers. No, he's been pitching great. Their pitching actually has really picked up. Diaz seems like he's okay now, but their bullpen sucks. The Yankees' bullpen sucks. I think everybody's bullpen stinks, right? Everybody. I mean, that's at the trading deadline. Everyone's looking for relief pitching, right? Everybody.
Yeah, and you know what? With the way the pitchers are being handled now, which I can't stand. Pitch count. You got to take them out. Then you put one of the relievers in, and guess what happens? The guy hits a home run off.
To Willie's point, the patience that the Mets have shown is, I think, really, really important to their success. Like they could have, they got the guy who crashed nickels, and he could have panicked and got rid of guys and brought in people that they didn't need that in the game. He's letting them, he's a businessman that's letting the people run the job.
They had a lot of practice.
But when they were, like I said, 11, 12, 13 games under, in New York, that's not acceptable, right? And this guy let him go, and this guy should be managing you right now, the next guy. Now, because to your point, they stayed on the course. They stayed on the course. They're in the place right now. Right? That's all you need to do. Listen, you get to the dance. Because he went to the Super Bowl. He went to the World Series last year, 84 wins. Right? 84 wins. The way the Mets are playing, they might get 90, 91, 92 wins.
Let's not get carried away.
Well, listen, I'm a Reds fan. We all know that.
86 gets you in, I think. I'm thinking 86 gets you in. Right?
I just want to say thanks for following me.
Hey, so what's happening with Kodai Sanger?
Bro, you got to work here.
Because I was looking it up, and there's like no information.
So he just did another rehab start, and he did. Right now, they're planning on putting him back in rotation after the
All-Star?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to start. I think they'll probably be Minaya or Quintana or Severino, and they'll go through the rotation as it is now, and then send him. And that's where their one starts again, hopefully. And it's going to take him time. It took Cole time, and he saw what he did yesterday.
Good pitcher.
Senga's like that's like picking up a great trade deadline, a top line pitcher.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's Starling Marte. I mean, if you get Starling Marte back, you guys
Talking about getting hurt.
they're on the way back, right?
Starling Marte gets hurt. Like he gets like thumbnail hurt. I mean, he really does.
So look at it. They put him on the 4-week IL, and that was June 22nd.
If you ever look at this guy, he's like an Adonis. I mean, he looks strong and fit, but he gets hurt all the time. Well, kind of like Stanton. I know he changed these guys that like you look at you go, that's a specimen. Like he's never gonna get hurt, and they get hurt all the time.
Turf term.
So we're going to send Jules' resume to him too then.
Listen, she's gonna be busy. She's gonna make a lot of money. Are you retired already? Well, none of you coaching. No, none of you. You start. When do you start? Actually,
Already did. It's all good.
really?
All right, so what do you guys think for the Mets? What do you think the Mets have to do after the All-Star break to continue? I mean, obviously, Grimace, and I was looking around. I forgot. I had two Grimaces. I had two Grimaces I was going to raffle off. I'm so bummed. I forgot them at home. I'm going to have to do it the next one. But obviously, the Grimace, OMG,
OMG, baby.
all that stuff. What did the Mets have to do in the back half to just keep going on the track they're going? If they can go where they were 24-12, if they can keep that up, what do they need to do to maintain it?
They're really hitting again relief pitching. They gotta bolster relief pitching. They got a great farm system. They don't have to trade top farm guys to get relief pitching. They really don't. They don't have to go part with these guys that are going to be part of their future, probably next year and the year after. But they can get some of those second-tier guys, and they can get a couple more pitchers.
I was going to say the same thing. Relief pitching for them?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think we're pretty much golden. And I really do think it's going to get players.
That's not a common thing for the Mets and Yankees. I mean, that little relief. And even Clay Holmes, I mean,
Relief pitching and staying healthy.
that's it.
They got to keep people on the field. They're no good on the
They
bench.
have the players.
They're no good on the
The
bench.
Mets and the Yankees both have the players to carry them into October.
Well, my thought on that is they don't have starting pitchers aren't tough enough for them. So much pressure on these middle relief guys.
So
So
5 innings, 90 pitches in 5 innings.
so if you pitch 5 innings and you give up 2 runs, that's a quality start.
But
That goes down the record as a quality start.
Tell Nolan Ryan that.
Yeah, when you
Bob Gibson, tell Bob Gibson.
have 15 or 18 outs, there's 27 outs in the game.
These guys, these old-time pitchers that are watching these games must just be shaking their heads like, what happened in my game?
Not just the pitchers, all the players in general. I mean, think about the guys that were studs back when we were younger. Nobody was buff. No one was jacked. No one was hurt either.
I honestly don't think it's the players. It's the coaches, the owners. They want to protect their players.
Yeah, that's
There's so much
100%.
money in it because I think they do have players.
Yeah, well, you
They do all
remember
Paul-
Garrett
Paul
Cole
all
last
day
year?
long.
When Boone went out to take him out, he's like, no, I'm staying in.
Right.
Go sit down.
Right.
You
And
know
he
what?
finished the game.
That's an excellent point by Jeff. We've never ever tapped into that part of it when we're talking, but the financial investment into these guys is so severe and so long term. That's an excellent point, Jeff. It's not they're being told how they've got. Like we said, if those guys they told me you're going to go 7 innings, they're going to go 7 innings. That's an excellent point. The managers, not really the managers, the guys in the upper management that listen. We put $150 million into this game. You're pitching him for 5 innings.
That's it.
What? You're 100%.
And it's just like when Java was there. So they used to have the Java rules. So they he can only throw this many pitches. He can only do this, do that. They've ruined the guy. You know, they keep doing this to more people. They're going to ruin more people. I mean, this Hill guy, they told him, you're only going to pitch this many innings or this many pitches, and then we're going to take you out.
Yeah.
Now this guy's going,
That's how they lost the game last week.
yeah.
Earlier this
Now
week.
this guy's going, oh my God, well, who's going to come in behind me? Now he's worried. Right? And then Cole comes back, then he's even worried more. Am I going to be the first guy out?
And they're sitting in the dugout watching their lead disappear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should coach that way.
Yeah, I don't think they should be called relief pitchers anymore. I think they should be called stress pitchers. Because as soon as they, you get someone like Heel that pitched a great game. Pitched a great game, 75 pitches, you're out with these analytics.
Exactly.
This analytics will tell you, you pitch a certain amount, you got to take this guy out, you got to take that guy out. How about just, and now, Flip side of that coin, there are times when Boone has left someone in too long. Literally too long. 1 inning too long. We're all sitting here like, no, take him out. No, don't bring him back in.
Clay Holmes, one pitcher too long. One batter too long. Well, I got both those games equal.
All right, so here we're going to come down. When it comes to baseball, we're going to come down to the predictions for the end of the season. We got 162 games. Right now, the Mets are at 48-45. The Yankees are at 57-39. Out of the 162 games, where do you think the Mets are going to come in?
I say I'm going to be a little optimistic. I'm not too optimistic. I think the Mets will win 87 games. I think they'll get in the playoffs.
87-77.
Yeah, is that what it comes out to?
No, it's bad math.
Yeah.
87-75? What was it?
I can sing like the Dickens, but my math stinks.
No idea. So 87, we're going 87 wins.
I say 87 wins. I think they get in the playoffs. I don't know how far they'll go, but I think we're building for the future still.
All right. What?
85 for the Mets.
85 wins. All right. Jay?
We're doing Mets right
For the
now.
Mets, yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Well, I was going into standings, so.
And for those others that joined us late, don't forget we've got some great raffles.
Actually, I think they're going to be a little better now. I'm going like 88.
88. All right.
Like Jay.
All right, Pat.
Yeah, we're on 85.
You're going 85. All right, Jay, I'm kind of with you. I've got them written down. 89 and 75, which again is not the right math. I don't know where my math came from. But 89 wins. I'm going 89 wins for the Mets. I think if Marte comes back, if Senga comes back, and they stay healthy, they've got the players. And Alonso comes back. They've got the players to carry the momentum into the back half.
I do not believe they're going to trade Alonso. I really don't. They'll let him ride out. But listen, talk about playing to the back of your baseball card. I think Alonso will get hot. He starts hitting home runs. He's a streaky. I mean, he hits a lot of them.
He's a stud.
All right, so now we got to talk about the Yankees. Again, 162 games. They're at 57, on their way to 50. I don't know what the score is now, but I'm seeing errors. I'm seeing the Orioles have just fallen. If they sweep the Orioles going into the All-Star break, that boost emotionally I think is going to be huge for them.
That lets Boone get some rest.
All right, let's hear. So predictions for the Yankees. Again, they're 57 on their way to 58 now. What do you think they're going to end up after 162?
I think, and again, my math is very similar to yours. I'm just going to go with wins. I think
2 wins.
I think they win 89 games, and I think they win the division.
99 and winning the division. I like that.
I will defer. I will defer to my wife. How many games the Yankees are going to win? How many games are the Yankees going to win? 99, 101. What do you think? 100.
100. She's at 100. All right.
She's out of Benjamin.
I don't want to interrupt, but there's going to be another guest after this. How many times do you defer to your wife? I say 100.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I'm not married for 35 years for no reason, my brother.
You're a smart man. That's why I'm sitting next to you, reading his notes.
I'm going 99.
99. All right. 99 and 99, Jay.
I think that's
So far, he's on the anyway pace that Joe Biden was on the other night. But I'm gonna go even 100.
Even 100. All right.
I'm getting with Jay. 100.
100. All right. See, I was the pessimist on this one. I looked at it. If they play 500 balls in the back half, they're still going to be in the playoffs. They'll end up with 90 wins. I think they're going to be better than 500. I had them coming in at 96.
And winning the division at 96?
I don't, I don't see the Orioles falling apart. They are the toughest. Well, they have today and yesterday. All right, I think we've got to have her on the panel next. I am sure, even without a microphone, everybody that's watching right now can hear you.
I'm trying to earn a spot here. I'm so honest with you.
What is your
I'm gone after
What's
this.
your prediction?
Hey,
102.
So they've been just as bad as the Yankees recently. So that's why the Yankees are still that close.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be neck and neck. I think there's one last series they have at home, against the Orioles that last week of September before they play the Pirates. I think it's going to come down to those games. I think it's going to be tight for the division.
And then again, overall, baseball, I think the Phillies are the only team over 60 wins. Everybody else is 57 or less.
And the Phillies just can't stop them.
Yeah. So, it all depends who gets on a roll.
All right, let's throw out a prediction on Aaron Judge. How many home runs? He hit his 34th today before the All-Star break. At 97 games, he's hit 34 home runs. And remember, he had no April. He had like 2 home runs. He was batting 197. He was terrible in April.
How many does he have?
He has 34 right now.
If everybody's smart, we should have 34.
Just walking back in time.
Why do you pitch? He's Hank Aaron. He's Willie Mays. He's Babe Ruth.
All right, so if they do that,
Why are you pitching to this?
if they're going to walk
Barry
him,
Bonds. He's this generation's Barry Bonds.
but you know what? Because I hear that a lot. I hear like people saying, why do they pitch and why? I have to believe that these pitchers, their egos are so big that they're the ones that are up there like, I'm going to strike him out. I know I can strike him.
Yeah, but that goes back to Jay's point before.
But the coaches in the
The
business.
coaches are in the business. You know what?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Go up 4.
100%.
Go up 4.
Yeah, I think he's going to hit 55.
55. All right.
Because they're not going to pitch to him.
I agree that they will keep pitching to him. And anytime they do, he's going to hit him. I'm going to go 59.
59. All right.
It's hard to believe I was going 55 too,
I was going to that.
but I don't think he's the same as like Barry Bonds was. Barry Bonds, they actually walked him when the bases were loaded, which was crazy. Yeah, I haven't seen that happen with Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
And I think Bonds probably had happened more than once, but I'd have to look at it. I know definitely once that's happened.
What's the number?
I told you 55.
I'm at 55 as well, yeah.
You guys are
55.
55,
55.
35.
35. And you were 59, huh? Who said 59?
I'm going to go 56. So that all
56? All right. You said 59. I did. I'm going to go 59 with you. Because I think, again, you've got those pitchers, early in the game, nobody's on. You pitch to him, try to get him out. Try to...
Yeah, something going, but
We're getting his phone.
he's dangerous.
And I think he's going to have more ribbies than Hack Wilson.
There you go.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's you know what? Even if you're not a baseball fan, to watch someone like Aaron Judge is like watching Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle. It's like watching the greatest of the greats. In our generation, I mean, all the performance enhancing drugs aside, in our generation, it's one of the greatest hitters of all time.
And he's a nice kid.
And he's a nice kid.
Yeah.
He's a nice kid. He's only 31.
He's a kid. They're all kids now.
31. All right, so we're going to have a special...
Yeah, I'm waiting. It should happen in any minute. So I was the voice of ESPN for just over 7 years, and I worked a lot with Hawthorne's favorite son, Don LaGreca. So he's calling me in 2 minutes now. So we'll get to talk to Don, and he's going to promote something you've been part of a lot. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about... How many people know Don LaGreca from the Michael K. Show?
Yeah, Donnie.
All right, both of you. So for both of you...
So are you going to ask him questions, or we're going to open it up?
No, I'm going to defer to Flavio. I'll say hi to him. I haven't talked to him personally, and here he is, right there. Don LaGreca on the phone.
Is that so open?
Hey, Don, how are you? It's Flavio.
Hold on, Don.
All right, hold on. You're dealing with amateurs here. We're all just learning. Hey, Don, you there?
I'm here, buddy.
All right, let's hear it for Don LaGreca. Hawthorne's home. Don LaGreca, co-host of the Michael K. Show. More importantly, he has been instrumental in putting together the Mark Sasso Foundation softball game every single year year after year. It's just been incredible, raising a lot of money for the foundation, which comes up July 27th at Wagwell Field in Hawthorne, New Jersey. Don, tell us what everybody can expect at the game.
Well, it's going to start at 5 o'clock. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. We got the usual suspects like Greg Buttle, Marty Lyons, Ken Danico, Brian O'Halloran, who played Dante in Clerks, was going to be there. And we've also
Is he
got
gonna
Bart
be there?
Scott.
I can't believe I'm going to miss that. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. Bart Scott's going to be there. I just got word my brother's coming, David LaGreca, and he's going to be bringing Tommy Dreamer, former wrestler. Yeah. He's coming. Bill Daughtry is going to be our manager. And throw a lot of surprises, trying to get Peter Rosenberg out there. And we always have such a great time. If you come out, we kind of hang out with you, take pictures, and we try not to embarrass ourselves too much on the ball field. But it's always such a great time. Willie's spilling tunes, and I grew up in Hawthorne, and so to just see the familiar faces, and so proud of that town, to represent that town, and that field I played on when I was in Little League. So it's just so much fun to just go out there. We've been doing it since 2008. Willie's been a big part of it, and I'm really looking forward to it. 2 weeks from today, hopefully the weather works out.
All right, Don, listen, first of all, I want to just thank you real quick for hopping on. I miss you. And listen, what you do is amazing there. And we're gonna pass you around a little bit. But once again, I know you only have a little bit of time, so this is precious. So I'm going to pass the mic around. You might get a couple of quick questions.
Yeah, you got it, Dre. No problem.
Hey, Don, Michael Hagan, it's nice you calling me instead of me calling you, brother.
Yeah, Mike. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, again, thanks for everything you do. And this event has come a long way from the first 2 years when we played down at Franklin Field. And all of a sudden you turned this into what it is. But listen, we'll talk later. But thank you very much. The Sassos mean a lot to this town. And what we do here is big time stuff. But I'll be Mike from Hawthorne. I'll call you now. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.
All right, thanks a lot. It's so much fun to talk to everybody that is involved in Hawthorne and helps out the Sasso Foundation. But it shows that the Hawthorne helps each other out,
Yeah, hey Don, Jay Shoreway. How are you?
That name Shoreway should sound familiar, right, Don?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, great job on the foundation. But I wanted to ask you one question because before Glenn passed, Glenn Fletcher-Gaske told me he tackled you at the front lawn with your LT jersey on. Is that true?
It's just as true as when we had an acorn fight and I hit him in the toe and he started crying and we had to stop it.
There you go.
Thanks, Don.
That's what I remember. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's a crazy day, but have fun. I wish we could be there with you guys.
All right, Don, listen, once again, thanks so much for doing this. One last quick question. Don, who was your favorite vocal coach?
That'd be Willie Wilson.
That's a great answer, Don. Hey, we all love you here. You're Hawthorne's favorite son. Thank you, Don.
Thanks so much, Don. That was awesome. Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah, he is Hawthorne's favorite son. I had mentioned to Flavio about Deborah Harry. Hawthorne's got some famous people in it.
Yeah, we knew. Let's see if she called in.
And Tommy DeVeo.
What?
Tommy DeVeo sitting right next to me.
Yeah. Oh, I said that. 100%. Yeah, they should name a field after Don.
Right?
They really should name a field after. Yeah, I mean, he's
playing there every year.
He's a big star. If you're a hockey fan and you ever listen to him call a game, he's unbelievable. Yeah, I think he's going to get the lead. If it's not with the Rangers, which I hope it is, someone's going to pick him up. He's an incredible announcer. Incredible.
He actually, I don't watch hockey. I don't listen to hockey. But I happened to be riding back, and I knew that he was calling the game. I listened to him. I don't know how anybody can call the hockey game. It's like 9,000 miles an hour, and I don't even know how you can see who's doing what.
Billy, to your point, I'm a big hockey guy, right? And I'm in the car a lot, coming home from coaching basketball or whatever, and he is as good as it gets in hockey.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to hockey My brother Jim played hockey in college on a club team, crazy psycho hockey guys. And that's a whole different breed of people.
Yeah.
It's a whole
It's a
different
scary
breed of
breed.
people.
It's a scary breed.
And LaGreca with hockey, I'm telling you, he takes a back seat to none of the old time guys. None of the old time. And you've got some, Marv Alberts and all those guys. No. LaGreca on hockey,
Why not?
he's Vince Scully in baseball.
Listen, I'm going to make sure that he hears that you said that, because I also agree with you. He's that good. If you're any kind of a hockey fan, and like you said, you're driving your car, you're listening to that voice, that excitement, you feel that. I like hockey even more because I became friends with Don, and I listen to him. I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm there.
He's smooth. He's excited at the right times. He knows what to say when it comes to hockey. And I throw compliments around like, manhole covers. I don't do that. So for LaGreca, to me, like I said, he's like Vince Scully in baseball. That's what LaGreca is for hockey. And you can tell him I said that.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to tell him, because listen, that's quite a compliment.
I'm egotistical enough to think that he's watching right now. So, Don, you hear all the compliments. Stay in New York. New York hockey. Rangers hockey, not Islanders, not Devils. Stay with the Rangers.
Let's go Rangers.
All right, let's talk a little bit about football.
I want to talk about Don one more second.
Yeah, we love Don.
So, Don, I've been listening a long time on FAN.
Who?
Well, he was on FAN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Listen, you just...
But he started FAN. But he knows more hockey, or I should say, he forgot more hockey than more people know. He knows everything.
Yeah.
He's great. He's fluid. He should be doing broadcasts.
Thank you.
He's like this guy. You don't get enough credit. You're a freaking pro too.
Thank you.
And what you've done to develop all these guys and people who watch and listen and know their back, what you've done for so many of those guys is not done on those feet.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. So I'm going to make sure he hears that, but we're going to switch over to football, I think, right?
Yeah.
But can we just get another round of applause for Don LaGreca? Call in, and he's got a busy schedule. He's a star. But he loves Hawthorne, and I have a feeling he had at least one beer here, Jay. Don't you think?
I think he had a few.
Somewhere around 16, 17 years old.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so we're going to talk about football. First thing we want to talk about is Bill Belichick.
Hawthorne High School football, let's go.
Oh, we're going to close with that. Now with the brand new Hawthorne High School coach.
Go there.
Make sure you know what we'll do? How about this? How about we have a Towncast day at a Hawthorne Bears game?
Nice.
All right, we're going to talk about that. A lot of enthusiasm there. I'm going to talk to Robin about that. There's no enthusiasm there whatsoever. Oh, yeah, come on up here, because that's what we're going to talk about. So Bill Belichick, at the age of 72, is now dating Jordan Hudson at the age of 24. All right. So, when
disgusting.
Bill Belichick was 50, I don't even think Jordan's parents were married yet. All right, so we're going to get a lady's perspective. Come on up. Come on, we're going to get a lady's perspective. So, because I've heard a lot of men's comments, I've heard a lot of female comments. So, what are your thoughts? Bill Belichick, again, at the age of 72, dating Jordan Hudson at the age of 24. Go.
Would you be happy if that was your daughter?
That is my daughter. My daughter is turning 24 in September.
No, I don't. Listen, he's got a lot of money. He's probably going to take care of me then, too. I think I might be all right with it. My daughter's 28.
Depends on how many rings he'll get. But if I can get like 2 or 3 of his rings, although I would have to talk about the 2 games that the Giants beat him at every Thanksgiving.
Flavio, you've lost control of the day. You've lost control of the days.
All right, so now are you a Giants fan too, or Jets fan? Or are the Yankees fan? You can't like both.
Microphone, right?
Right position.
Okay, so this is
Closer.
Yeah, let's hear it. Bye.
last. I'll root for the Mets because they're a New York team. But if they play the Yankees, I absolutely despise them. Yeah,
Fair.
for a New York team, especially over the Phillies.
Fair.
So, same. I mean, I'm a Giant fan. More of a Giant fan, but I do have season tickets to the Jets. Just because.
What?
It's
What?
my
We're
father.
going to address this.
No, my father had a chance to football.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
So it's like up there. We've lost money on them for 110 years. Don McCracken bailed us out last year.
No, I bailed on the brick out, but that's a different thing.
All right, so you're a New York fan.
I'm a New York fan.
All right, so what if Jordan Hudson was from New York?
It's not, that's still my right. Sorry. Did someone up here agree with me? Did you marry?
It's got to be true love. Well, it's interesting
I
because
agree with you every day of the week, Jay.
I'm sorry, what am I agreeing with? I'm dating a 29-year-old, so I can't help you.
You're like 72, Jay.
that's true. That's true. She's going to be almost in her 30s when you're 72. Well, thank you so much. Give it up for Robin.
Good job, Robin.
All right, I'm sure it's true love. I'm sure it's going to last until the prenup is signed.
Real quick, just if we're keeping score, that was 2 more deferrals.
Until the
Right?
post
You're up to 19.
No, nobody's smarter than me, brother. Nobody's smarter than me.
All right, Giants fans, who's been watching Hard Knocks?
Uh-huh.
I was born at night, not last night.
You been watching Hard
I
Knocks?
did watch.
Yeah, Hard Knocks is good this time around.
What do you,
Yeah.
I liked it last year with the Jets.
Well, I think it was really good.
What do you think? What did you think about the whole Barkley thing? The whole Saquon Barkley? Because it just kind of touched on it.
Well, wait, last before you get to the whole discussion, both sides.
Yeah.
Listen, I like the way Joe handled it. I think he handled it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's business. You can tell that the decision by him and Malcolm, right? I think the right thing to do was to let him again. When Joe Shane explained himself, saying, look, he had a $60 million quarterback. He's not going to hand the ball over all day. Now what? We got to protect the $60 million quarterback.
And you think it's Barkley? He wants to play. I mean, these guys want to play. That's why they're doing it. They want to play.
But the freaking Eagles?
Of all the teams.
Yeah, but Will, here's the reason why he went to the Eagles. He's from that area.
Yeah.
He went to high school, literally 20 minutes from the stadium. He's a Penn State guy. He is a legendary guy in that area.
Yes.
And that's like whoever went to Don Bosco and all of a sudden he gets a chance to come back to the Giants as a quarterback, he's going to come back to the Giants as a quarterback. That's where Saquon is. Saquon is entrenched in that area of Philadelphia, and they love him because he's a great kid. He's a great
And
kid.
he was very happy being up here.
Yes.
Because of proximity.
Because it's close, yeah.
So, that's point. Going even closer to home, maybe even that. But guess what? He's still very close, from what I understand, to a lot of New York Giants.
Yeah, but Baltimore's
He still
close
hangs
too.
out. He still hangs out with a lot of his teammates.
Baltimore, Jets. There's a lot of other teams that are close.
Our son played at Raven College right down there at F1 Pennsylvania, right? They talk about, at the games, people are talking about Barkley. They all wanted him to come to Philly. That's how much they love that kid in that area.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that the Giants are going to play the Eagles.
Twice.
Barkley's going to get 200 yards
Twice.
each game, and he's going to crush the Giants like every other player that a New York team has given away and plays against them.
So more or less, I was just going to say something similar to that. I thought he was fantastic. I loved him. I wish him the best of luck, except against the New York Giants.
Right.
And I'm sure that Joe Shane and Gable had that voice in their ear when they were making
Yeah, of
decisions.
course.
I mean, we all cringe a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, like you said, it's business.
Business.
It's business. And you know what? I think they did right by Barkley, keeping him down.
I love the way they talk to him. I mean, they tell him straight up. This is what's happening.
He's a good player that deserves an opportunity, and he wasn't getting that opportunity.
He's going to do well. He's going to do well in the
With the
Eagles.
Giants team he was on.
Yeah.
Maybe this street might. But who knows?
Eagles have a good front line, and he's going to do well with the Eagles. Giants' offensive line, the most Swiss cheese at times, but I think he's going to do well down with the Eagles.
You know, when defenses were planning their game plan against the Giants, it was very simple.
Yeah.
Saquon.
Yeah.
Now it's the Eagles. Who you stop? Who you picking? Hurts? Smith? Who?
Yeah.
A lot of good options.
Yeah.
Gives them a lot of depth.
So, you know, they did the right thing for him. It sucks for us, 100%. But,
So what do you think the Giants for this season? What do you think?
well,
Well, there's a lot of issues. First of all, you know, Jones is a question mark. And let's talk about the quarterback position for a minute, because I'm appreciating the shirt you have on right now.
And he's got a great story for just happened today.
Tommy DeVito. So give us your thoughts.
so, you know, as everyone knows, you know, Tommy's a Don Bosco kid, and I'm a Don Bosco alumni. My son's Bosco. So, as everybody, I'm sure, heard of the famous or infamous Hoagie story with Tommy DeVito. He became friends with his family through that event, not prior to it. So, anyway, we got invited today. Tommy had a football camp for kids up at Cedar Grove. It was a free camp, and they asked Bogies to donate lunches for the campers, which we did, and they allowed us to bring a food truck up there and just open up shop for a couple hours for the spectators and whatnot. And tell you what, he had 200 kids up there, and he gave every kid there FaceTime. He made sure at the end of the day, when he was wrapping everything up before lunch, he told all the campers, turn around, thank your parents. They're the ones that got you here. They're the ones that spent 3 hours here watching me play ball with me today. So, to your point about Aaron Judge, he's a good kid. And there's a funny story about Tommy and Aaron Judge. Tommy's a big Yankee fan. And not too long ago, him and his family were at lunch, dinner in a steakhouse in Manhattan. They get seated right away. It's Tommy DeVito. The table next to him, Aaron Judge. Tommy DeVito and his parents are. I don't think the father's there. This is DeVito and like her friends, Max, his brother, and Tommy. And they're hanging out and they're having a great time. They can't believe Aaron Judge is right there. They're afraid to talk to him. The bill comes and they're saying, Mr. DeVito, your bill's picked up by Mr. Judge. Tommy was floored. So
Cool as hell.
Aaron Judge picked up Tommy DeVito's bill.
That's awesome. And you know what? It pays it forward by doing things like that with the kids.
Yes.
And those are the kind of things you don't hear about.
This was his first. He's not. Right, it's not me. Obviously, it's his first camp. It's his second year in the league, and he had 200 kids. And what I was talking to Willie about earlier, you know, there's no. I don't think there's any more difficult of a market to be a quarterback anymore, especially for a losing team.
Yeah.
Than New York, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And Tommy was brought up. He got his teeth in Giants Stadium as a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Syracuse, where he was the most sacked quarterback in the NCAA because their line was that bad. So when Tommy was getting his shot in the NFL, a lot of people were like, yeah, he's not an NFL quarterback. Listen, he played in New York his entire life. He played at Giants Stadium when he was 15, 16, 17. Then he went to Syracuse, running for his life. He's perfect for a Giants quarterback.
And not only, running for his
He
life.
was made to be a Giants quarterback.
And not only that, but then he comes into play and he wins 3 straight.
Because he's playing at Giants Stadium. It's not a new territory.
There's no pressure. It's not that
It's not
pressure.
new territory.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't teach tough. I say it all the time.
Right.
You can't teach tough.
And this
kid's a tough kid.
And he's a nice kid. And that goes back to his parents.
But there's a lot of nice kids that aren't tough.
That aren't correct. His father's
He's
tough.
both.
His father's
He's
tough.
great. He's great. His father makes sure he's tough. So what do you think? What do you think Giants need this season to get into
So
January football?
They got 4 quarterbacks right now, right? They got Jones, they got Tommy, they got Locke, and they got the kid from New England. the gentleman when that guy was there. I think this kid from New England, right? I mean, Tommy's the youngest in the room, but I think Tommy is. I guarantee you, if they keep the dream quarterbacks, Tommy's bigger than the team. 100%.
He's got to. He's already played. I mean, he's already has
He's
experience.
played. He showed what he could do last year. I mean, look, he beat the Packers. No one expected him to beat the Packers. Don't forget, when they brought him in, his first game was what? I think it was like October 26th. Against the Jets. They brought him in. They wouldn't let him throw the ball.
Right.
Again, that goes down to coaching.
If he threw the ball a little bit, they may win that game. They should have been that game. They should have won that game. But
Yeah, when he threw the ball, they actually won.
Yeah.
3 times.
yeah.
Mike, I had a question for you. How important is it that he knows the system? Is that really important?
It's critical when you're in the room breaking down film that you don't have to talk to the quarterback about if they're in a cover 2 here, if they're sinking to safety, you got to look backside. If this kid knows what he's doing already, the coaches don't have to waste time. This guy doesn't know that. This guy doesn't know that. Hey, Tommy, guess what? So now, and what these guys do, they get into the minutia. Okay, well, forget that. At the snap, safety goes back to cover 3. They drill down another guy. Where are you going? Well, I'm going backside skinny because we have this, and this route. So now the backside skinny's open. Now you've got a kid that doesn't know the system. He's still looking at option 1, right? And it's page 1, page 2, page 3 is where the guys that can go to page 3 are the guys that make it in the league.
And we can sit here and be like, you know what? He's a New Jersey guy. He's a Don Bosco guy. That's awesome. But anybody that knows anything about sports, the love he got from his locker room coming into the games, to the situation that they were in, you have other professionals that are veterans that are respecting this guy. That tells people that doesn't come
Gritty.
here.
He's gritty. That's what
But
you
that,
got.
you and I know, we all know that. I know at that level more than most. If you're not tough, they don't respect you.
That's exactly right. But if you see that, you notice right away. I mean, Saquon was running around the stadium giving him Tommy Cullerton, getting the fans all and him and Saquon are very close. To the stadium, very close. They were out last week together.
They'll be close when they're 60 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be.
That's the difference.
But they won't. But he has that respect from all from the locker room. It's when the quarterback needs that. The minute the quarterback loses respect from the locker room, it's over. Look at the Jets.
To Willie's question, right? I've been coaching football for a long, long time. Had a lot of success. And whenever I step on the field, whether I coach in college or I coach in high school, I always put the team together. I go to the quarterback. You need to be the toughest guy on the field. The quarterback has to be. Forget Lawrence Taylor. Forget whoever. I mean, they all look at me and go, because the quarterback is going to get yelled at by me. He's going to get yelled at by the OC. Yelled at by moms and dads. He's going to be they're going to get up to dinner and say, why is your son not throwing you the ball? When you make the mistakes, everybody's going to be on here. Are you tough enough? First of all, you tough enough for me to be whatever man.
Right.
And if you are, I promise you, you'll be successful. So yeah, the toughest guy on the football team has to be the quarterback.
Because that's how you command respect from the rest of your players. I agree. And speaking of, respect for the quarterback, let's talk about Aaron Judge. So here's a guy.
He's a psycho, but
He's
you know
back.
what? The guy can throw it around.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Jones?
Back? No, Aaron Rodgers. That's the Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. So here he is. He goes, he washed comes back from Egypt. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy the entire season with the defense that the Jets have, which by all intents and purposes they should win the division just on defense alone. If Judge, there's too many Aarons in New York. You only need one. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy the entire season, where do you think the Jets will come out?
Yeah, I think he's right. I agree.
They'll go to the championship game.
12 wins, and then we go from there. I don't disagree with Willie, but there's a lot of variables that got to happen to get to the championship game. If
The stronger running back,
if Rodgers stays healthy, he'll get 15 to 20 more possessions a year than everybody else because of how good the defense is. And that's what the defense brings. It's not the defense is good. The defense is good because they give your offense more possessions.
Now, do you think
Reason out, interceptions, fumbles, all that stuff. Now you give Rodgers the ball. The other guys get the ball 60 times, 100 times in the season. Now Aaron Rodgers gets it 115 times.
All right, now, do you think with more possessions at his age, is that an advantage, or is that going to create more?
I think the advantage. Today's athletes sleep in hyperbolic chambers. They get everything every day. If his Achilles is fine, he's got 2 solid, maybe 3 solid years. That's just the way. It's just the way it is today. You're looking at athletes. You're looking at golfers, right? You're looking at every single position is now. Boom, 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 boom. Could you imagine if Mickey Mantle played today? You're talking about diet. You're talking about sleep. You're talking about the coaching and the repetitions. And you're only going to throw 40 passes in practice. One star probably threw 150 passes in practice. So all of those things, I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to be for this year, next year, if he stays healthy, as good as he ever.
Okay, whatever he doesn't stay healthy, he's fine.
Then the Jets are going to win.
You got Cousins?
8 games.
Hey, Cousins, who's the back?
Not Cousins.
Who did Cousins go to? Just want to see. Tyron Taylor. All right, so they'll win 8.
They won 8, 9 games.
Yeah.
But Taylor's a good player.
Remember-
He's a good player.
Remember how excited all New York was to watch Aaron Rodgers. That first 10 minutes was crazy. then he went down, and then it went over.
I remember I saw the video. Aaron Rodgers 2023 highlight reel. It was him running out with the flag, and I was in. That was the whole thing. I was the highlight reel.
The thing is, I was at the game where Testaverde blew his Achilles out.
Oh,
And because that Jet team would have went really far. Because when Testaverde's 7 years old, he can still throw a football 70. He's one of those freaks. And when he blew his, so when Rodgers went down, I'm like, oh my goodness. Same thing.
all right, so we got 12 wins, you're saying, for the Jets? If Rodgers stays healthy, how many wins?
If Rodgers stays healthy the whole year, I'm going to go with 12. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 13. I really mean that.
All right. Okay?
I think they're going to keep that offense as simple as possible for him. I will give him 11 wins.
11 wins.
11.
11? All right, I'm going to go with 12. If he stays healthy. If he doesn't, I agree. It's going to be around him. But I still think they're going to play January football. Yes? All right, how about the Giants?
Wait, we have people talking.
Oh. Let me guess.
You said he's not going to stay healthy?
They have no line. The Jets have no Jets. Go out and get some line. So then, you got to protect your quarterback, right?
Just want to let everybody know, I appreciate Flavio having me on for the last time. Obviously, my wife will be sitting at this seat as we move forward.
Mike, she's taking my place too. She's going to have a couch here.
She's going to host the whole thing. All right, how about the Giants? If Jones stays healthy. And I personally, I can't say if Jones stays healthy, they're going to hit 12.
9-10.
I love the Giants. If Jones stays healthy, I think he'll have a pretty good year. And I would say 9.
Yeah.
10 when they make the playoffs.
Love
9-10.
Love
Yeah.
9-10, yeah.
9. Yeah, 9-10. I agree. I mean, it's a lot of question marks.
We improved our offensive line. We improved our defense. Defense wins games, right?
I think if the offensive line gives him time, because that's all they've been doing for the last several years, just running around. And I think if they give him time, he can perform. He's a good quarterback.
No, I was looking at the fantasy league rankings the other day, and he had the top 100 NFL players for the fantasy league for this year.
Boy.
the only two Giants, and they don't enter till the 70s, is Neighbors and Singletary. They weren't Giants last year. So they're the only two Giants in the
top 100.
PFF.
SNG.
Giants are
That's it. That's now that's enough out of you. Mike said it's okay if I said that.
cut off the woman in the red dress. All right, listen, did everybody get their raffles? Because when we sign off here, we're going to have the raffle drawings. Make sure we're going to have a raffle girl walk around one more time. Listen, we're giving away Tommy DeVito signed postcards. We got 2 of those. We've got an autographed book by Marty Lyons. If These Walls Could Talk, it's a great book. We have a great new book by Roy White, From the Compton to the Bronx. We have our very first Towncast t-shirt that we're raffling off. And then we have, I didn't bring Grimace. I had 2 Grimaces. I'm so upset. I'll bring those at the end of the season when the Mets are in the playoffs. I'll bring Grimace. But we've got 2 Yankee tickets, section 103, 9 rows behind Juan Soto. So make sure you get your raffle tickets. I want to thank our sponsors. You got more stuff?
I sent you a.
Okay. You sent me an interest app?
I did. Thank you.
Oh, you sent it to me now?
So, guess who's gonna win?
Oh, here we go. All right. You want to guess who's going to win it? Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. All right. We have one last contest here. So the Home Run Derby officially joined the fray. We got Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles, Pete Alonso of the New York Mets, Alec Bohm of the Phillies, Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals, Marcell Ozuna of the Braves, Jose Ramirez of the Guardians, Adolis Garcia of the Rangers, and Teoscar Hernandez of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who do we think is going to win this home run derby?
Did you say Alec Baldwin? You said.
Listen, I know he's going to Peter Alonso anyway, so.
No, I don't think he's going to win, Peter. He can't hit right now at all. So
Alonso?
So I don't think he's going to. I would go with Hernandez for the Dodgers.
All right.
I don't want him to win. I want Pete to win, but I don't think he's going to.
You going with Alonso? All right.
I'm
Okay.
going with Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez. All right, Pat? You going with Hernandez? I'm going to go with Ozuna. I don't know why. I know nothing about Ozuna.
It's fun to say.
I just like saying Ozuna.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tracy Shortway.
And
Tracy, how you doing?
and Flavio, I'm going 5-2 American League.
5-2 American League. All right.
Hey, Flavio, how do I get another one of these club sodas?
Oh, those foamy club
The
sodas?
foamy club soda. Can I get another one of those?
I know Tracy's here. I don't know. You came up here. How do we do
Tracy!
that? How do we do that? Come on, have a ball. All right, so make sure you get your raffle tickets. We're going to sign off here, and then we're going to pull the raffles. For those of you that couldn't make it, sorry that you couldn't be a part of the raffles, but you can come to Towncast Day. Towncast Day on August 25th. Make sure you go to thetowncast.com. Check out the event. It's going to be an awesome event. And we're going to raise money to do more events like this, to do more events in our communities. And if you don't listen to the Towncast, shame on you. We have our YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube at the Towncast. And we interview people and businesses and organizations from around the area, people of interest, people like Don LaGreca, people like Willie Wilson, people like Michael Hagan, people like Pat DeMarc. The only person at the stadium here, the little table here, was Jay Shortway. He's the only guy that we haven't had on the podcast yet.
You know, none of this happens without Flavio Romeo. He put it all together. He does so much. Listen, he's Mr. Hawthorne. Might not be Hawthorne's favorite son. I already gave that out. But seriously, what you do for the town? I don't think he's your favorite son.
Flavio, I did the radio. Does that count?
Did that count? Yes, it did. You're absolutely
Tracy and I
right.
did the radio.
Yep, absolutely right. Once again, give it up for Shortways Barn for hosting us. I want a very special thanks for Ed Hayward, who makes all of this happen. Willie Wilson was our audio guy. He's just a master of sound. He's an incredible musician. You'll see him playing around in Ridgewood, Glen Rock, Hawthorne. You'll see him right on the corner of Hawthorne.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. I better look for that. I think that's today.
Diamond Bridge.
I missed it.
And thank you to our sponsors, Bogies Hoagies. Give it up. Freedom Brewing for supplying us with beer today. And Letterbend, a great graphics art studio for your websites, your graphic design. Designed our logo, designed our website. You need any of that, check out Letterbend.com.
And you can't forget Mike's wife.
And of course, Mrs. O'Hagan. Give it up for Mrs. O'Hagan. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Guys, stick around because we're going to have the raffles. We're going to sign off now, and we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time. And we're out. Yeah.